Larson, and I want to share a very valuable lesson with you today. My operations manager, Amanda, will actually be going through step by step so you understand every single nitty-gritty detail of how to do this operation. Here at Real Estate Mad Education, we don't believe in fluff. We believe in details. We want to give you actionable information that you can follow along with and go implement right away. I hope you enjoy this training. Thank you.
Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you a workaround for running comps in non-disclosure states by using Zillow. There are other platforms that can help you run some comps in the non-disclosure states, but because that sell data is not public information, they also just use algorithms, so they don't actually pull the sales data because it's not available online. The best way to get comps in a non-disclosure state is always going to be the MLS or through a realtor with the MLS, but you can totally do it yourself, again with a couple of workarounds which I'm going to show you. So to get started, you're going to type in the property address, and you're going to start out just as you would pulling comps in any other state. So a couple of things I look at. I'm going to do home details. We're going to go down here and just look at the price and tax history. I do this on every house, not just those in non-disclosure states, because it gives me some information about the house. So although I'm not going to use this information when running comps, it gives me more information just about the house in general. For example, if I look back, it looks like it was sold in 2020 and it was listed for sale at $105,000, and it sold 2 months later. So just as a guess, again, we don't know exactly what it did sell for, but it's probably going to be around that $105,000 mark. So it gives you an idea of the property value, and again, you can look at the condition over here to see that it was a retail sale. More valuable information, so we weren't even really looking for this, but you can see here it was listed for rent, and then the price was changed to actually increase the rent here. So it tells you a little bit more about the area and what it could rent for, which could be valuable when you're looking to wholesale this to someone who may want to hold this for a rental property. All right, so now focusing in on the comps, we're going to follow the exact same process we would when running regular comps. So we're going to close out of here, and we're going to remember this is a 3-bed, 2-bath, 961 square foot home. Close out of this. Again, this is going to narrow down the area here on the map, and it's going to show you everything within this square here. So we're going to look for 3 beds, and we're going to narrow down the square feet here. I'm just going to stay under 1,500. We'll get closer to ours, which was, well, actually, let's do 1,250 because ours was in the 900 square foot range. Okay, and then we're going to look for everything in the last year. All right, so once you apply this, you may notice that there are no properties in the area in the last year meeting that criteria. You could open it up and see if there's anything else, which we do have one in the immediate area, just a 2-bedroom. With that square footage range, you may have to adjust, so you may need to go down to 2 beds to get some good comps. So we're going to keep that in mind. I'm going to open this up, and what you'll find is if it was sold through the MLS, it will have some information like you saw before. So again, this is a retail sale here. We can tell by the pictures and the condition. It was sold, in July, and then it has his estimate, but that's not the sell price. So we're going to go down to home details again and just see what's going on with this property. So it's pretty close. You can see here in June, it was a pending sale for $150,000, and then the very next month it sold. So from a comp standpoint, I would use this comp. I would use the sell price of $150,000, and then I would just adjust for the beds. So if your property is a true 3-bed and this is a 2-bed, you just have to make those adjustments at the very end after you run your numbers. So this would be a good comp that I would use. And then you just follow that same pattern for every other house. So again, if we don't have any other comps in the last year, you can go out a little further. Just Google map it when you're all done to make sure that it's at least within a mile. You don't want to go out too far. But here we have a few more. Now, not every single sold on here is going to be through the MLS. So you may find once you click on a property, you're not going to find all of the same home details. So we don't have any pretty pictures here. We're going to scroll down. And here you can see it looks like it was listed for sale really, really cheap. Most likely a wholesale deal as is price, needing some work. But then just this year it was sold and there is no pending sale information. So not every single house you're going to be able to do this on. You're going to have to look for those that were sold through the MLS that's going to have all of the data like the pending sale, and listing price and photos and things of that nature. So if you don't find that information, you're not going to be able to use that comp, unfortunately. So we're going to close out. You're just going to do that each time. Here we have some pictures. We're going to click on home details. You can tell also by the comments here and the listing provided by if it was done through the MLS. And then if you scroll down, here we go. We have our pending sale, and then we have our sold. So I would use this price as the sell price for the comp. Okay, and then again, just make any adjustments you need. Other than that, that's really all I do to find comps in a non-disclosure state using Zillow. Again, those third-party platforms that'll run the comps for you and give you prices, they'll even tell you that those are only algorithms. They can't pull something that's not there. So if you go to the tax website and you search this property, that sold price is not going to be online. So this is really the best way to do it, to continue using Zillow to pull your comps. If you want help from Matt's team to generate 10 to 15 verified buyer leads per day, send an email to hello@realestatemat.com with a subject line that says buyers.